it's me, and today I'm rounding up my top 10 outdoor DIY projects. Most have gone viral, some of them you've never seen, and the last one will make you the coolest house in the neighborhood. Let's get into it. A lot of these have full tutorials, so I will be linking them throughout the video so you can make these in your own space. Number one is my top DIY project of all time. A little bit unconventional. I used some closet rods to create string lights. And these are amazing because they're movable, they're renter friendly, and they're really modern and sleek. Plus the metal pole is gonna outlast any kind of wood poles. You can find the full tutorial here if you wanna make these. Making these again, I would use a little bit bigger planter. These planters were fine, especially if your area isn't that windy, but I would go bigger and maybe this time add some plants on the top. As we go along, let me know if you've tried any of these projects because a lot of them have been out for a few years now. So if you've tried them, let me know below. Okay, number two, this is another favorite and I just made a tutorial for it. It's my floating deck. So decks are usually really intense to build, but this is a really good beginner-friendly way to add a deck to your backyard without having to deal with all the big structural planning. I just leveled out the area and used some concrete pavers so that it's lifted a little bit, and you actually don't need a saw to make this. It was super simple, and I used a special tool to conceal the screws on top so that you don't see them at all. You can catch the video here if you want to make this for yourself. This will be the best build maybe you ever do, and it's totally beginner friendly. This is a project I haven't showed you yet. So here's the problem. My house is really long, like shotgun style, and my hose is in the back, but I planted these hydrangeas in the front yard and they were struggling. I was carrying water back and forth to water them. I didn't want to deal with having to drag the hose through the side of my house, which gets really overgrown. So here's what I did. I took a 4x4 post, I drilled a hole through the middle and added a spigot. The front of the spigot turns on just like a hose coming outside of your house. So now it's a makeshift spigot. You can put this anywhere. It's totally movable. And I added a little solar light on top, which I think is just so cute. Okay, next, raised garden beds. So I have made multiple of these, some really, really big. I tried them really small and then ended up adding a second layer so I could have more dirt. And this is what they're looking like now. So these are really simple. All you need is some 2x lumber, maybe 2x10 board on the bottom and a 2x8 board on top. You can use whatever size you want, depending on how tall you want your beds to be. I got these little corner brackets off of Amazon that are powder coated. This made it so easy for assembling them and making sure everything is square, and they come in multiple colors, plus they're powder coated so they won't rust. You can make these any size you want. It's been controversial. It is my most loved and most hated outdoor project because people either love or hate the design. What I love about this, number one, really modern. Number two, super easy to build. Like only square, really simple cuts. You can find the tutorial here to build it and get the build plans. But basically I wanted a really modern table. I wanted it to be huge and I wanted it to be cheap. So there's lots of debates from you guys about the cost of lumber, but here's the situation. I got this from my local lumber yard. So all of the lumber that you see here was around $200 even. Now, prices in different areas I know are more, and they're going up every day it seems, so it might not be exactly $200 if you build it, but it is still going to be way cheaper than any other solid wood table in this size. It's 10 feet long, it's super durable, and everyone was very concerned about it bowing and buckling. But here's the thing, the after photos that are in the video are from a full year later, so this is totally standing strong. The only thing, and so many of you are right, is we're probably gonna have to use a crane to move it. Now you should be feeling so inspired to give your backyard a glow up. So let me know which of these is your favorite project and which one you really want to try. This is one of my favorite upcycles ever. So filing cabinets, which you can get so cheap so many places. I got 3 matching ones that were 4-drawer filing cabinets. Well, first I turned them upside down and I banged holes in the bottom for drainage, and the neighbors loved me because it was so loud, and I used a pickaxe. And then I primed them. This primer is actually made for metal, and it's made for rusty metal, so it's made to help stop the rust. So I primed the outside, I painted them cream, and then I realized that's probably gonna get really dirty. And I liked the primer color better, which is this terracotta color. So I ended up just painting them the terracotta color, which I think turned out amazing. Actually added lattice privacy screens to the back. I did that by using 4x4 boards to kind of create a frame. And then I added lattice on the inside, little deck finials on the top. I just thought it made it look really finished and pretty. And it reminded me of some of the planters I saw while in Europe a few summers ago. These are really affordable. You can do just one on your patio to create some privacy, or you can do multiple. This is one of my favorite projects I've made by upcycling something. So I have this really ugly fence because this house was a disaster, but I don't exactly have the budget to replace it. So I needed a quick solution that made it look way more modern and new. I considered painting it, but then I thought, what if I just grab some wood slats and attach them to the existing fence post? These slats were pretty cheap, they're pressure treated, and then doing that behind my planters allowed me to add hanging planters on them. And these are rearrangeable. So I thought it would be really cute for all my herbs to be kind of in these planters hanging on the fence, and then the more garden-y stuff like tomatoes and zucchini and peppers on the bottom. The planters come in multiple colors, and then I added these little tiles to them because I thought it was just a cute little detail. They were also really affordable. It was like a giant pack for, I want to say $20. I don't know if I'm right. I'm linking everything below so you can double check me, but this is such a fun setup to create like a small backyard garden, and it would totally work on a patio too if you wanted to use just 2 boards instead of the fence posts. But yeah, this was really easy to do, totally beginner friendly. It made such a difference. This one's really fun because it's actually part of a space that I designed a while ago for the Home Depot catalog. So I designed an outdoor space, also including a couple DIY project ideas that you could do. One was this privacy fence where you use little boards and then a big board to kind of create this pattern. And the other one is I made some outdoor canvas art. So here's the trick to letting it get wet. Number 1, you want to use a shower curtain. So find a really pretty shower curtain that can be art. If you need a tutorial for how to turn a shower curtain into cheap, amazing looking art, here's the tutorial. But basically using a shower curtain and then using pressure treated wood for your frame is gonna make this really weather resistant. And then you can have a beautiful canvas outside, which is so fun. And if you wanted to take it a step further, you could actually use exterior paint and paint on your canvas and make completely custom artwork. I might be redoing this one soon because the stripes in here aren't fully doing it for me. I feel like we didn't push it to its full potential. Comment below if you think we should redo this project and make it look way more like fun art for the backyard and do a full tutorial. The biggest way to transform any space, both inside and out, is paint. I repainted the entire exterior of my house with this color, which is so beautiful. It's actually supposed to be a black, but it looks a lot more like dark navy. It's called Cracked Pepper from Behr. Painting the exterior was quite the adventure because I had to stand on the roof. I also had to run from a wasp on the roof, which was terrifying. Also, these tiles were really textured, so I couldn't cut in with a paintbrush on top of a ladder on top of a roof. So I had to tape my paintbrush to a stick and just kind of scrub the paint on. Was it the most professional method? No. Did we do it on a budget and does it look amazing? Yes. I also use this color in the back to paint the shed, which I'll show you in a second, sneak peek. But I love this color because it goes with green, it goes with cream colors, and it goes with brown really well. So it's like the perfect exterior color. What I would consider to be my best outdoor project of all time is turning my dilapidated garden shed into a backyard bar. Now this shed was so scary. It had plants growing all the way through it. I completely redid it. I cut a hole in the side. I also added a new window in the back. I added in some cabinets and a countertop. And I added some deck flooring to the bottom, which was so easy. It just comes in tiles and you kind of snap it together. Also a floating deck on front. So this project's pretty involved. Not quite beginner friendly, but it totally transformed my yard and I love the setup. Now I can serve drinks at the bar top. There's power in there for speakers or blenders or whatever else we need. And there's really pretty sconce lights. This project is my all-time favorite backyard project. If you like this video, you should hit that subscribe button down below so you can stay in the loop for more DIY ideas just like this. And as always, now go make something.
Now I found the flow. I need you to keep